Alamance County is a great place. There's so much good here. People love living here. Neighbors readily help each other. There's a rich history in all the small towns all across this county. And in fact, Alamance County is one of the fastest growing counties in all of America. While there are so many good things happening here in Alamance County, this county is one of the most divided places in all of America, and certainly one of the most divided places I've worked with in my 35 years of doing this work. There are divisions between old-timers and newcomers. There are divisions based on where you live. There are divisions about people's experience with law enforcement, and there are divisions in terms of race and racism. Alamance County faces a fundamental choice. It can be overrun by divisions and acrimony, or people can decide to come together and build a brighter future for everyone here. In 2021, Impact Alamance partnered with the Harwood Institute for Public Innovation to help create a brighter future for all people here in Alamance County. In 2022, we released a report called Alamance Choosing Hope, which laid out how people could come together and take action that really is rooted in what matters to people and strengthens the civic culture of the community. And when we released that report, so many people stepped forward and said they wanted to work together. And so in 2023, we began an action phase where we brought folks together to learn our approach and to form 5 teams so that people could begin to take action. And the work is unfolding really rapidly here. Since this initiative began, people have been coming together in our public innovator labs, in our workspaces, and in other convenings and efforts, building a network of public change agents all across the county who are helping to catalyze and bring forward other folks who want to do this work, to help move this county forward, to help ensure this county is more inclusive, to help ensure that efforts are more equitable, fair, and just. And it's working.
Where other initiatives are focused on a large plan or a strategy, this is really rooted in what matters to people, their aspirations for moving forward, and then it gives you the tools that you need to work with one another differently to ultimately change those underlying conditions.
With this approach in Harwood and thinking through things, I'm very intentional about the space and how I show up, that I'm turning outward and that I'm willing to have sometimes difficult conversations, but that people are allowed to be heard. And what I'm finding out is that there are more similarities than there are differences, but being able to enter into spaces curious, not with solutions or answers, but interested in listening and learning has really changed my approach to community.
For me, this is equity work, and it's about allowing everybody to see themselves in this work. So as we are going through the process, we need to ask ourselves, what are we leaving out? Who are we not reaching with this? And what can you do to change that?
Unfortunately, Sunday morning in the South is when we're the most segregated. You know, folks go to a church that looks a lot like them in terms of the demographic makeup, in terms of even the racial makeup or the cultural makeup. I really think that God intended for us to come together and worship and come together and work to meet some of the problems that we have in our world today. This gives us the opportunity to do that. This gives us a platform, if you will, to at least have those conversations and to invite other people to the table and then see where it goes from there.
The people of Alamance County need each other. And you know what? America needs Alamance County to demonstrate that we as Americans have the wherewithal to come together amid our real differences and find just enough common ground that we can get started to take action together, to build together, and that we can build a country moving forward that reflects the best of us, not the worst of us, that seeks to fulfill America's promise, and that builds a more perfect union. And so the work in Alamance County is important for the folks who live here, and it's important for all of us all across this country.